We're here at the Journeyman event, and this is a really interesting matchup between you and Nebraska. It is for me anyway. What did you tell your guys? I know that the message doesn't change much throughout the year, but tell me about what your thoughts are and what your message was to the team coming into this Nebraska duel.
I mean, we've been through a stretch because with the national duels, we had 5 highly ranked teams.
Yeah.
Then the next week we had Illinois again.
Yeah.
And here we are. This is the 7th. And when you add in Long Island, I think 7 of the teams are in the top 20 or something that we've in a row in about 3 weeks. So it's like, just buckle that chin strap. Here we go, guys. It's we're going to battle again. And I like this team. They do scrap.
Yeah.
And so it's going to be a fun duel. I look at it that, they have an opportunity to do some great things. This is a great Nebraska team.
Yeah.
They have 6 returning All-Americans and Ferrari, all these guys that they have a really good team. So for us, it's a challenge that, we're getting to know this team. We have a couple transfers in. We have a lot of young guys starting for the first time, and they're getting better. And I just look at by the end of the season that they're not going to flinch. They haven't really flinched at all in any of these matches, and I'm excited that we get to compete at this high level.
It's interesting to me. A couple things that you said in there are really interesting. Number one, you stacked your schedule.
I did.
Did you know that in August?
Well, we didn't know about the national duels, and then we got into them, and we wrestled 5 matches.
No? Right,
we wrestled 5 matches, and every team was really, really good.
Right.
And we beat a Michigan team, lose to a Minnesota 15-14, and have some tough Illinois duel, and so we got to wrestle everybody. And then you look at the schedule, we had Illinois the next week, and then we go into Nebraska, and then the next week we have Northern Iowa. So our first semester, nobody's got this strength of schedule. Nobody. I mean, nobody's wrestled this many duels, and we're wrestling everybody in the top 20, top 10.
Unbelievable. Okay, the other thing that you said that was really interesting to me is you're just starting to get to know this team. You're seeing that in football a lot, right? You're seeing guys transfer in, and they got to learn a little bit of the offense. Has that been an adjustment for you as a head coach?
It definitely is, because I'm used to having guys from their first year to their 5th year, and now it's changed a bit, where you'll get a couple kids in, and that'll start in the lineup. So it's new, but it's still the same challenge.
Sure.
You're still coaching them up, and you're not going to change the way they wrestle. Mm-hmm. You're just going to take what they have and just give them the confidence to do it and do it better. Yeah. And so that's what we're trying to do with these guys, and especially the young guys. We've seen growth. Mack Mauger's making he's lost some heartbreakers, and he's won some big matches, and he's a freshman. And that's exciting that he hasn't flinched one bit, and he's battling the toughest guys, and he's got another couple tough ones today.
Yeah. So I want to talk a little bit about 84. By all accounts, Sinclair could be a generational wrestler. I mean, I think that's pretty well established.
He's a special young man.
He's a special young man.
I mean, even off the mat.
I believe you.
He's loved in our community because he does so much community service, and he's taking piano lessons just because. Yeah. He wants to go to law school by his 4th year, which that means he's going to graduate in 3 years, and being in law school is junior and senior year competing. And the law school has a program for athletes for that.
Really?
And they love him. And I mean, you just see he volunteers at the youth club up in our room, and went to their state last year, paid for his own hotel room, went down there and was down there coaching the kids and cheering them on, and they love him. You'll hear it in the crowd, all the youth kids cheering for Aiden, because he's just a great young man. That's off the mat.
I was just going to say, he ain't a bad wrestler either.
He's a pretty damn good wrestler, and he loves it. Yeah. Like, I watched him do a drill the other day with Keegan and Kendrick, and I was just watching them and breaking things down and working on a position for like a half an hour. I mean, it was fun to watch that, how detailed and how good he wants to be, and learning it. Got frustrated because Keegan was riding him hard, and it was a bottom position, but he kept growing and growing in that half hour, questioning, talking, trying it, and he's just such a student of the sport. Yeah. By the end of it, Keegan was like, "You got it." Yeah. And he's like, "Yeah, I got it now. I understand it." Yeah. But he's very cerebral, very smart kid.
Okay, The only loss he took this year was to Ferrari, and it begs the question tonight of like, how do you deal with a guy? I don't want to say completely similar, but similar style in Allred, in that they're really strong positionally. They're real stingy. Is that something that you addressed walking into the duel tonight?
I mean, we're always addressing it. That whole weight class.
Yeah.
You could say that about the top 10 guys. It's unbelievable how good that weight is.
Yeah.
So it's more focused, Aiden. If you're doing these things, if you force the action, force people, if he scores, he forces or attacks a lot, he forces people to shoot, which then opens up. He's unbelievable drag defense.
Yeah,
and so he's got to create offense.
Yeah.
And then that's part of it. And now one of the things he really wanted to focus on all summer, spring and summer, was riding.
Okay.
He went to the NCAAs, watched it, and was like, man, the good guys are riding people tough. And you saw in that Minnesota match where he was just committed to 8 seconds out of bounds, 8 seconds out of bounds, and committed to a minute and something of riding time, and made a difference in the duel.
Yeah, it sure did. Congratulations on everything so far this year. Congratulations on putting together the toughest schedule that I've seen in the first half of the season. And to the rest of the way, good luck.
Well,
Thanks,
thank
Coach.
you.